Business in the 217 here on the WMAY Morning News Feed. I'm Greg Bishop, and as we do each and every week, checking in with the Springfield Business Journal, Michelle Ownbey standing by to tell us all about what's going on in Springfield business. Michelle, thanks for taking time as you do. And as the publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, you got a good cover story. Tell us about it.
Yes, the new issue is out, and the focus is on healthcare. Dr. Samir Vora from SIU School of Medicine is on the cover of this month's issue. And, you know, a lot of people think about SIU providing healthcare, of course, which they certainly do, but he has a rather unique title. He is the chair of population science and policy for SIU. And what that means is that he's focused more on what's called the social determinants of health. Our cover story is on how COVID has really exposed some of the inequities that already existed in healthcare. You know, we've all heard the statistics about minorities being more likely to contract COVID, being more likely to die from it. But really, there were a lot of underlying issues even before all that. And specific to Springfield, this is a statistic that I found a little startling based on census data. If you are in the 62703 zip code, which is predominantly the east side of Springfield, your life expectancy is 66 years. Compare that to somebody in the 62711 zip code, which is the area surrounding Lake Springfield, life expectancy of 88 years. 20-year age difference simply based on what zip code you live in.
Pretty incredible, and something that people can delve further into the details with the Springfield Business Journal, which is out now. Michelle, how can people be ensured they get a copy and subscribe, or how can they find it online?
Well, the best way is to go to springfieldbusinessjournal.com. You can make sure that you sign up for a subscription and get a copy delivered straight to your home or office every month.
And you can stay in touch with the Springfield Business Journal every week, as we do here with Business in the 217 on the WMAY Morning News Feed. Michelle, I know a lot of people when it opened up years ago, they were so excited. And then when it shut down suddenly, there was a lot of anger and frustration. But new owners for Quaker Steak, tell us about it. Yes,
the former Quaker Steak and Lube out in Legacy Pointe has a new owner, although I will say no new occupant as of yet. Fatty Rayhan, who's the manager of Springfield Auto Mall, recently purchased that property as an investment. So he has it advertised for lease. About 8,500 square feet, former restaurant, of course. He says everything's still in there, tables, chairs, all the equipment. You know, as you mentioned, they closed very suddenly. I think people showed up for work one day and the doors were locked, that kind of thing. So everything is still there. And of course, still a lot of high hopes for the Legacy Pointe area to develop. The Quaker Steak was only open about 3 years. They opened in 2011, closed in 2014. And at the time, they cited the lack of further development. Of course, that long-awaited outlet mall still has yet to materialize. But now we've got talks in the works about the sports complex. And I know the city council is going to be discussing that tonight. So I think the new owner is probably banking on one or more of those projects coming through.
So we'll keep a close eye on that property, and I know a lot of people hoping that does fire back up so they can go and enjoy some Quaker Steak food and environment. So we'll keep posted on that. But there's something else happening in the Springfield business community as we talk with Michelle Ownbey from the Springfield Business Journal. Great Xscapes, amazing Xscapes. Tell us about Amazing Xscapes.
Yes, this is something we covered a couple months ago when they first announced plans, and it was under construction, but they are now officially open this past Labor Day weekend after a few delays with their permitting and inspection process. Amazing Xscapes is an escape room, family owned. Rick Briggs and his two sons-in-law are the ones who are putting this all together. They're over in the Yard Shopping Center. They currently have 2 escape rooms available, the Curse of the Mummy and Super Spy, and there's a couple more coming. Plus, they also have the first mobile escape room that they can bring to your home or business. So as the weather starts to get a little cooler and you're looking for indoor activities, definitely a fun concept for Springfield.
And if nobody is, anybody out there hasn't done an escape room, it's definitely a unique experience and a lot more mentally challenging than some people may consider or be ready for. So if you want to be challenged, if you want your friends to get together for a unique experience, these types of things are pretty incredible. Michelle Ownbey, publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, greatly appreciate your time as always. And again, give us the info on how people can get a copy of the SBJ that's out now and stay plugged in to what's going on with the greater Springfield business area.
Absolutely. Go to springfieldbusinessjournal.com and you can sign up for Biz Bites. That's our weekly newsletter that comes out every Wednesday, and it's free of charge. So it has a roundup of what's happening around town. And then, of course, the print edition, you can subscribe to get that sent to your home or office.
Michelle Ownbey, publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, thanks so much for your time as always each and every week, and we'll connect again soon. All right.
Thanks, Greg.